I remember Dr. King telling our country, "I have a dream." Well, I, Willie Mims, have a dream too. It is to preserve the legacy of the relationship between the historical Mims houses, the University of Oregon, the Black pioneer family of Lane County, and the community I love called Eugene, Oregon. I'm a 90-year-old Black man who has been blessed with longevity, troubled by a faded memory, and is still with a sense of urgency to realize my dream. The Mims houses are, one is the second oldest house in the city, and the other one is oldest house built on its original spot. The location of the houses was the oldest part of the city. We escaped because Mr. Early bought the houses, and then as an employee, my father in turn bought the houses from Mr. Early. Well, for the first time, we had a yard with grass, a sidewalk, paved street, running water, and a heating system. As you said, there are two houses on the same tax lot. My family moved into the White House. It's set back from the sidewalk, and the greenhouse in front next to the sidewalk became a rental.
History says that there were celebrities that stayed in the house, like maybe Louis Armstrong. Do you recall any of those celebrities?
Mostly I remember the Louis Armstrong band. My sister and a cousin and I went to a concert that they put on in Eugene. And those days, concerts was more about dancing than sitting down listening. But we liked to dance, so that was our entertainment.
Did you dance with your sister and cousin?
No, and naturally. You could play music in Eugene without a hassle, but there was no place for musicians to stay on long term.
There's also a story about Lynn Casanova, the coach of Lynn Casanova. What's that story?
As I remember, he was passing the house and asking about who lived there. And I directed him to my parents. And they had a conversation in the kitchen. And the conversation was about finding lodging for recruited players for the U of O football team. And out of the conversation, my folks accepted 2 players because the place was pretty filled in the first place.
So why did he need to have ask your folks about lodging some of his students? Was there an issue with them staying in the dorms?
There was an issue in Eugene for them to stand anywhere.
So I take it these were African Americans recruits?
They were. One from Texas and one from LA. It was the 2 that found lodging in our house. And they were like big brothers because there wasn't any room for children in the neighborhood in those days. It was the oldest part of the city. As the oldest houses, they need a lot of repair. And to do a lot of repair, you need funds in order to do that. And until the 1960s, my folks had to scuffle to do the repairs themselves because of the rules affecting loans to people of color. Mm-hmm. They never was able to borrow $1, even though they now had the deeds in their pocket to fix a leak in the roof. My mom was having real problems as a senior, and we were busy shuffling pans around the house to catch the leaks. Yeah, it's a situation for low-income people all over America.
We would sum it up to say, you know, sometimes your ability to fight is based on money. If you don't have the money, you can't wage the fight. I believe that one of the legacies of the house is a legacy of survival. Survival for the family and survival for the houses themselves. Mm-hmm. And also, I guess, the community, which is where we're at today.
Yeah.
A small part of our history in the city is in stone for generations and generations to come.
Our goal was not only to commemorate the houses, but also the history of the first black settlers in Eugene. So those families are listed up there too.
So the stone is still visited by a lot of people that we've noticed. And it's the beginning.
I think it's also a tribute to what can be accomplished with collaboration. And that's collaboration with the whole community. Mr. Early made something possible. And the Mims family prospered because of that generosity. That's a beautiful story, and that shows what we can do as a community when we put ourselves together.
And by now, our largest rental was the NAACP.
They were in the house for about 10 years. And they helped coordinate the installation of the solar.
And the NAACP started out like we did. They had no money. But Eric came with a proposal. And it fit what we were thinking all the time, that we wanted to maintain the property in the family's name. We were trying to pull in a lot of people, individuals, as well as organizations, to make this thing work. And just to leave behind a better product of the houses.
I always think of this song, I get by with a little help from my friends.
Yeah.
Now there's a plan, part of the plan is a storm water drainage field. Which basically is not only going to help protect the houses, but it also serves the families above the houses that are above us on the hill. Everything drains downhill.
From Skinner's Butte.
And, you know, their water drains down and needs a place to go too. And so Longton's plan is going to benefit them as well as our property. It's just I see it as a win-win. The city's going to benefit from it too, because it's going to have a good way to divert water into that storm drainage system. And then it's going to be pretty.
Some of the ideas that we have for the gazebo would be performing art, art for art's sake, storytelling, weddings. I mean, it's endless. They're giving great thought to it, that small piece of property become a museum for the community.
Yeah.
So I think the best is yet to come.
And Willie has told me often that finding ways to help people has given him the greatest satisfaction. You know, just figuring out something that will help folks makes you feel good. You know, so you need different ways of looking at things. And hopefully we're headed in that direction. I would like to see that part of the houses, you know, just a different way to look at each other. Don't get me on my bandwagon.
That's good. That's a good place.
Yeah, I was wondering how you was going to untwist this.
I think you did a very nice job.
Well, I'm excited about living a long time to see some of this happen.